This is probably the worst rated foundation on Sephora, on the Sephora website. This is the Huda Beauty #faux filter luminous matte full coverage foundation. Now listen to me. I got this for a Christmas present, and I was reading all of the reviews on Sephora, and here are a couple pictures of some of the reviews I found, and I will admit, this is extremely cakey if you're using it incorrectly. But I was sitting here and I'm like, no, we're gonna figure out a way to make this work. Whether it works or not, we're gonna make it work. Because there's no way this foundation was like $45. We're gonna make it work. So today I'm gonna be showing you how to make this like horribly rated foundation, full coverage matte foundation. I'm gonna show y'all how to make it work because trust me, I can make it work. So I have absolutely nothing on right now. Okay, that is literally dead skin. I have nothing on my face right now. That's gross. So I'm gonna show y'all, like I just said, we're gonna make this pretty. Take it out, and this is what it looks like, for everybody wondering. Obviously, first we're gonna start with primer. And I'm going to use the poreless matte primer. You can use whatever primer you want to use, but this is the one I'm going to use today just because it is matte. It'll be a little easier to like mix the two instead of doing matte and dewy. So we're just going to do some primer real fast. Get that all in there. Why is there water? God, it's literally 1:23 in the morning right now, and I'm doing makeup. Then what you're gonna do, if you have dry skin, my skin isn't dry, it's like a mixture, but when I put like heavy makeup on my face, it gets dry. But if you have dry skin, go with moisturizer first. I feel like this is kind of a given thing with makeup at this point, like in 2024, 2025, it's kind of like a given thing to put moisturizer on your face before you do makeup. But I just started doing that, and as you can see, I have a lot of acne right now, so we're gonna see if this can live up to its potential. I believe it can. Okay, so I have the moisturizer, everything's in. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a beauty blender, and this is where people go wrong. When it comes to full coverage matte foundations, you never want to use more than literally that much. That much will go such a long way, and I'm gonna show y'all. Apply it everywhere, and I know it might not look like my shade, but just trust the process. Like, use a beauty blender first. I recommend wetting it first, but you don't have to if you don't wanna. Like, it's not. I know it doesn't look like my shade right now, but just hold on. After I got that blended out, I'm gonna use a brush, and this is a buffing foundation brush. So I go in with this and I kind of just smear it everywhere, and you can literally already tell it's not cakey. Like, I don't know what, maybe it just doesn't work for everybody, but, if you use it correctly, then I'm going to show you what it looks like if you don't use it correctly on this side, and we're going to do it correctly on this side. So, let me do my forehead, because this is not happening. Like I said, take this much foundation. You don't need to be caking the entire brush or sponge when you're doing foundation like this. Take this whole thing, and just put it all over the place with your brush. This is a little bit wet. It's damp. It's not soaking wet, but it's also not dry. Take this, and then once it's like kind of everywhere, I'm gonna take the brush, like I said again, and just blend the rest of it out. I know it looks like I'm sick, but just hold on. Other than like the okay, the beauty filter's on with it. Other than the color, as of right now, the coverage is insane, but I also don't have any, like, concealer or anything on my face right now, so we're gonna get to that in a minute. This is how it should look, but we're still not done with that step. You're gonna take any setting powder you have and a brush, dip the brush in the setting powder, don't bake your face like crazy, and just literally put it all over the place. And I better not get any comments saying, that's not how you do it. Well, it's how I do it, so Especially with, this is not how I typically do foundation, but for this specific one, this is how I'm going to do it, because obviously this is a super thick and it's matte. So, it's obviously going to be a little harder to do. Add some concealer. I like to use pink concealer when I'm using foundations that look a little bit yellow, because it kind of blends into your skin like more, and obviously like that's what we're doing right now. Literally not cakey. I'm red right here because I just scratched my nose. It's not like that. Not cakey. But this is, I'm going to show you on this side what people are doing that is just incorrect. I'm laughing because I don't want to know how this is going to turn out. So what people are doing with this foundation, which is incorrect on so many levels, is they're taking this and they're just going like this. That is now watch. Now tell me right now that this... Now does that look like it could work out if you're putting that much? You don't put that much on. Like, this is what they're talking about when it comes to cakey. This is that side, and this is that side. You don't put that much on when it's matte and full coverage. Never do that. Even, let me try to blend it out with a beauty blender and see if it, like... see if it, like, will... You see, you can't, because it's just, like... I got this for a Christmas gift, so if the shade is off, it's not that I bought it, like, to make it like that. But obviously, you don't do that. I'm sorry. It's just, people, I'm not making fun of them. I'm laughing at myself because of how funny it looks from side to side. It's like, good. Luke is sleeping in the other room. He's probably like, what the fuck is she doing? So I'm gonna finish my makeup look on this side and show you what it would look side to side if you, like, obviously, like I just said. So let me finish my makeup on this side and then I'll show you the outcome of both. Like, I was literally thinking to myself a second ago, like, I'm gonna make this foundation work. I'm gonna make it work, and if people, like, think that I'm doing it wrong, you can think I'm doing it wrong, I don't care. But I'm making this mofo work. A lot of the reviews I was reading were 1 star. Like, almost every single review, I think there was, like, 2 reviews that I saw that were, like, 5 stars. But every single review that I looked at on this product on the Sephora website was 1 star. I'm like, there's no way it can be that bad. Y'all are just using it incorrectly. So I'm gonna, what the fuck? So I'm gonna do it correctly. Try to. And I'll show you how I do. Okay, now here's the side by side. I didn't blend this correctly, but here's side by side from, wow, from the correct way and the incorrect way. Oh, put to the light. That's the incorrect way. Obviously, you can see a bunch of cakiness by my nose and, like, right here because you put way too much product, and the product is just, like, the blush and the bronzer is just sticking to it. Now, this is the correct side. It looks a lot more neat. I know people are like, doesn't look the difference. It does off camera. But there's literally no cakiness, nothing like that. There's no skin peeling, anything like that. This is how you do it when you have a foundation that is this full coverage, especially when it comes to matte, like I've said a million times. You've got to be really courteous about how much you're using. I'm impressed. I'm going to go show my boyfriend. This is what I meant. Good morning. What do you think? Do you think I did good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Since it literally is 1:36 in the morning, I'm not keeping this on. So let's do a swipe test to see how full coverage this really is, okay? Ready? I'm really pink, but that's because it literally covered up every single freckle and pore that I had. I'm sorry? Okay, well, it works. It works really good if you guys use it correctly. Hopefully this video helps you out in some instances. I love you guys. Bye.